We're at Inside Bitcoins NYC. I'm Perianne Boring, and this is Money and Tech. I'm joined with Trace Mayer, who's an investor in Armory, and also Andy Ofiesh, who is a developer at Armory. So Trace, I'll start with you. Armory is a company that offers multi-sig security. Can you just explain first what multi-sig is and what it's needed for?
So Armory's innovated the whole cold storage concept for your Bitcoins, and we have an exciting announcement today where we've got a multi-sig implementation so you can have cold storage multi-signature. And why this is important is because a couple weeks ago at the Coin Summit conference in San Francisco, the big elephant in the room is security. Like, how do we not have $500 million of Bitcoins just disappear? And there hasn't been the tool built for that yet. But that's what we've actually just built and now launched in this beta version, is something that will allow people, empower people to secure and store hundreds of millions of dollars worth of Bitcoin.
And Andy, can you tell us a little bit about the development of it and how it works?
Okay, well, we have a application that runs on both an online computer and an offline computer. You can have your Bitcoin tracked on the online computer and you can create transactions, but you cannot sign them. So you then take that unsigned transaction, you put it on a USB key and walk it over to your offline computer, or you might even have to take it out of a safe. If you have a lot of money, I put my offline computer in a safe, and you pull it out of the safe, plug in the USB key, and all you can do with that offline computer, all it does is sign transactions. And that signature that you use to sign that transaction stays in a safe and never touches the internet. You then sign the transaction, take the USB key, put the computer back in the safe, walk the USB key back over to your online computer, and you can broadcast it. And any hacker in the world, unless they have a key to your safe, isn't going to get at it. And they might infect the USB key, but if you only use your USB key for the one purpose, it's going to be really hard to infect.
Can you also tell us a little bit about the fragmented backup services that you offer?
One of the ways people often lose their Bitcoin is themselves. They forget their password. They lose or destroy their hard drive, or the safe you could lose the key to the safe. So we have fragmented backup where you can print some number of pages, say 3 pages, and you only need 2 of those pages to recover your wallet. So you've got 3 pieces of paper. You put 1 in your safety deposit box, you keep 1 in your car, and you give 1 to your mom. Now here's the best thing. You need 2 pieces of paper, so even if your mom is a dirty thief, she can't take your Bitcoins. But if you die in a car accident, you lose the fragment that's in the car. Nobody knows how to get to the safe. Your mom is going to get your safety deposit box, recover the other key, and she can recover your Bitcoins on a completely different computer. So that's how fragmented backup works. Protects you from all manner of ways of losing your Bitcoin, even death.
And Trace, you also talk about, you say the elephant in the room in Bitcoin is security. So how do we make Bitcoin available, and how do we make Wall Street comfortable with providing or storing $200 million in Bitcoin?
Yeah, so in accounting we have what's called segregation of duties, and that's an extremely important thing so that one person can't just abscond with all the Bitcoin, for example. And that's the big problem that we currently have, is even using this fragmented backup solution, we still combine all the keys at one point. But with this new offline multi-signature capability that we built into Armory, we can keep we can require 2 of 3 signatures, and those can all be on offline computers and properly segregated among different employees. So even if one employee is malicious, they never really have the opportunity to combine all the signatures needed to move the Bitcoins. And this can go all the way up to 20 of 20, at least that's what Alan mentioned in his presentation. So that's enough to properly distribute the keys among a whole board of directors and then keep the Bitcoin secure. So in my opinion, like, Wall Street should be able to feel comfortable now, because this is the first tool that's got it where they can really properly segregate the duties of that key management.
And do you think there's any other things that Wall Street is looking before they really take the next step into being investors in this space?
The security is like the basic. Why are you going to put $100 million into Bitcoin if it's not secure. And you have to presume that your employees are malicious because you can't prove that they either hacked it or it was stolen. So, I mean, that's a big problem. So if the keys ever come together all at the same time, that's a single point of failure. But now with this multi-signature application in Armory that's in cold storage, we can properly segregate all of the duties. And so Wall Street, they can feel comfortable now putting large amounts of money in. And then they can feel comfortable investing in infrastructure, et cetera, et cetera.
So this is step one.
Yeah, I mean, it's really foundational. Like we have to build the proper foundation before we can build stuff on top of it, and that's what Armory is. It's the foundation that other people can build on.
Thank you, Trace and Andy.